In this episode of Off the Beaten Track, we drive Parkfield Grade, otherwise known as the Parkfield Coalinga Road, climbing 2,500 feet in elevation across a 19-mile route, including spectacular views and several miles of dirt at the summit. And we're approaching the Parkfield Grade exit from the US 198 coming from the northwest, and I believe we travel through a couple of miles of ranch land. It's a big cattle area in this area before we meet the climb up to the summit of the Parkfield Grade. Alright, we're starting the first climb here, and this is our first time coming over this route, and from what we've read it does climb and then dip a couple of times. And the road is about 19 miles long. We're traveling from north to south, from Route 198 near Coalinga to the town of Parkfield. And the maximum elevation on the route is about 3,500 feet at the peak, starting from about 1,100 feet above sea level, so that's a total climb of about 2,500 feet. And we are recording the GPX track for the route, and we are using the free Overland Bound 1 app. And a disclaimer here that I do lead the engineering team on the OB1 app at Overland Bound, though this is not a sponsored or paid promotion. As always, we'll leave a link to the GPX file for the route and for the free OB1 app itself in the description below. In the app, you're able to see the route, the trail, and also various statistics, including the elevation, speed profiles, and so on. And this video is the fifth in our Off the Beaten Track series. We've made a point of seeking out interesting routes in our backyard in Central Coast, California. These routes always include a dirt section, and the GPX files are always provided, and so if that is of interest to you, you can check out the Off the Beaten Track playlist to access all the videos in the series. There are at least 10 other routes that we're planning to do on the series. These tracks are not technically challenging, but are off the beaten track in the sense that it is easy to pass right by them without even knowing they're there. And so we are heading to the California town of Parkfield, which is by reputation the earthquake capital of California, and I don't think that is a huge exaggeration. From what I've read, the town has a 6.0 magnitude earthquake on average every 22 years, and it does sit right atop the San Andreas Fault line, where the North American plate meets the Pacific plate. And actually the fault line follows the path of the Chalome Creek, which is adjacent to the town, and over which the Parkfield Grade road crosses via a bridge, the pilings for which have moved several feet since the bridge was installed in 1932. The bridge itself is visibly curved due to the relative movement of the tectonic plates, and it certainly was not like that when it was new. Pulling over now to take a look at the historic marker on Parkfield Grade. And this is a memorial that commemorates some of the pioneering families that started out doing cattle ranching. The site dates back to 1909, and underneath the bell is a plaque listing some of the early farmers, the cattle ranchers in the area. And I must say, this must have been a tough job back in the day. No paved road leading up here. Certainly wild country, but with a lot of very spectacular views in almost every direction here. Starting the climb now to the summit, and I believe where the Fresno County line meets the Monterey County line is where the pavement ends. Our favorite part of these drives, the pavement ends sign, means we're starting several miles of dirt, heading down now the other side of the grade into Parkfield. We're entering the town of Parkfield now. As you see, population 18. The main business in the town is the sort of trio of the Parkfield Cafe, the Parkfield Lodge, which is the hotel, and the B6 Ranch, where you can go do cattle drives and cowboy adventures. We did stop for lunch at the cafe. I can definitely recommend the burgers, and it was a welcome sort of a respite from the 100-degree heat to find comfortable surroundings of the Parkfield Cafe. So, highly recommend it. Time to head home now. A view there of the Cal Fire Station and the US Geographical Survey Office. an important earthquake monitoring station. And it's time now to cross the curved Parkfield Bridge, and we cross over San Andreas Fault line right here, which follows the line of the creek traveling from the Pacific Plate on the one side to the North American Plate on the other. And as we make our way home now, we would like to thank you for watching our video, especially those of you who stayed to the end and are hearing this message. We'd love to get your feedback in the comments below. If you have any ideas for the type and format of the content, and any routes that we can explore, we'd love to hear about that. And if you enjoyed the video, why not give us a like? And if you want to see more of our content, why not subscribe to our channel? Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.